Another army that would need reinforcement is going to be in Moscow. And it looks like this will certainly make things different. Look at that. They are 100% Orthodox even with the church built. So it looks like we need a bunch of priests in Moscow territory. So I'm going to send all the priests from Prussia, because I see this as the only way to tackle this threat of Orthodox Church there, and we'll try as much as possible to turn this into Catholic nation. And we'll make them as prosperous as possible. Okay. So far so good. There will be a church, 2 church schools here, which should certainly be enough. However, these are not going to be of any use against that kind of population here. Okay. Now what else? Crimea is just fine. Let's move on to America. Now you see our islands here are still stable from Maratha's Confederacy. They have taken 3 settlements from us. Something we should think about, but we obviously have to come back here with a force. Something we don't really have right now. Now, as you can see, due to the raiding, our lines have been hit even further. Not good, not good at all. Okay. And I can't really know where exactly we're being hit, besides the fact that in here I think we're being raided. In here I think we're being raided. And it doesn't really say, right? Okay, so it says that it's raiding because it has a pirate flag. There's no pirate flag here. Alright, alright. It looks like we're not making anything here. And they take all that cash from us. In any case, when we're ready, we're going to get rid of Genoa and see if our trade situation is any better. Now, furthermore, let's make sure that each of our settlements, if needed, have at least 1 church, and this will be our population boost thing. Now let's take a look how Prussia bears without the priests, and it looks like certainly things are going forward with the religious conversion. Something I like very, very much. For example, this settlement is barely fine, and I bet that's due to the fact that there is a university somewhere here, and that's the case. Let's take a look at it. Let's see if all universities are working, and it looks like all are working, as you can see. Slowly but surely everything is going to be researched. As you can see, -2 happiness, -1 happiness. That's bad. That's really, really bad. That could turn the nation upside down. But we'll see how things will go in the near future. Let's just research everything and then fight the rebellions and whatnot. Try to put the public order into as stable as possible condition. Oh wow, that was very, very unexpected, I would say. They made an amphibious assault, a landing. Swedish will fight the Russians on the sea. So the Russians are being pressed on all sides. Americans are fighting Quebec. Quebec was French, then it was British, then it kind of declared independence for themselves after Great Britain falling. Wow, wow, wow. This army has been destroyed. Any survivors may be prisoners of your enemies. Another agent has been recruited. Let's move this agent south and take a look. Trade gained. New port emerges. Let's just build more trading ports. As far as I know, food shortage is not a problem. What's the population growth? Yeah, the population growth is huge here, but the population is not that huge at all. Okay, next turn we should get a lot of money. I like to see such a stable nation now. And let's move forward. This army is ready. And the city is ours, as you can see. Now let's take a look what does the city has. So. No place to build a church, I see. Well, that means there won't be any churches for some time. Catholicism is moving forward here, but I would like it to move upwards in Arkhangelsk too. So without the priest it would be too difficult. Okay, so we're moving close to Ussisovsk here, and we're not going to attack for as long as
Il se cache sous les jupons des femmes. Opération de siège en préparation.
We're not fully recovered. However,
village assiégé.
let's just kill all of them anyway. This priest cell right here should move south. We don't need any more information on the areas out there. Not yet. Pope's priest, as you can see, is moving this region towards Christianity, towards Catholicism, I mean. Okay. Now, what can be built in here? We need a church. And this army needs to march on to Crimea. So, as you can see, it's really awesome that we do have this army that could respond to such a situation like this one. Okay. Furthermore, you need to start advancing on the Ottomans. So we'll be gaining more ground, defending ourselves in Crimea, and we'll be trying to gain more ground against the Ottomans in the Balkans. And finally, the war against Genoa will end once and for all. The area here is nearly 100% Christian. Okay, the victory is ours. Improved settlement fortifications gives us happiness. Obviously it's very expensive to do that, but it pays off. Now, as you can see, it looks like the war is not going to end for as long, as they do have a settlement in Bastia, Corsica. And they do certainly have a settlement here. Can we send a navy? I think that it would be bad. Let's try to solve this diplomatically. And open negotiations here. And give them payment of, let's say 5,000 for peace. Good. Peace treaty signed. A peace treaty has been signed between this nation and Iran. It remains to be seen whether this truce will result in lasting peace or descend back into conflict. So finally, Genoa decides that it has been defeated. Our trade routes should be blocked for the time being due to this. Genoa was Catholic, so that is very, very good. Besides that, this gives us additional income. Okay. It looks like the war has been concluded. Genoa will have a powerful navy. Let's try to have a chat with them once again and open trade. It looks like we cannot. The ports in their home region are at full capacity. A sea road from their capital cannot be established. Sea export roads remaining U. 6 out of 8 are taken, and them 0 out of 0. This is based on trade ports in capital region. Okay, so we do have another trade port here, and nothing inflows into it. Or yeah, I think something is inflowing here. Look at that. I think it is. Yeah. As you can see, the little ships are going in, so we can as well expand this even further and make this our another trade port too. I think that's how it should be done. Okay, so far so good. Now our navy could take a look. Where are we being raided? The sugar is being raided. So there's certainly a trade road out there that should belong to us, but is being raided somehow. Okay, we're certainly trading with many nations. If only it could give me an indication where exactly this is being traded. Let's take a look if we are going to raid this, will we get any cash? So that's 10,000 right there. We're currently going to make 26,000. Let's raid Maratha Confederacy. Alright. Good to see that. Yes, look at that. This will increase our income by as much as we're going to steal. So stealing is exactly what we want to do, and this will help us to establish ourselves even further. So let's keep raiding now, and that's it. Look at that. Great estates will turn into palatial estates, which is awesome, obviously. And let's build everything up up to like 3,000. Okay, that's done for now. We have a settlement here, and we're going to build this. A bunch of workshops there. This will increase our income even further. So far so good. With 36,000 a turn, our nation is going to be a lot more greater. Possibly Louisiana will join your nation. I'm not even sure if it actually exists. Maybe it's some kind of a bug. Let's take a look at diplomacy. I'll look for Louisiana. It looks like Louisiana is just not there. Okay. Now. We are going to wait for the time being. Let's see if this force can move out. It can't move out. So these guys will just have to stay here for quite some time. And with the Ottoman and Maratha Confederacy's trade route being raided, we are going to be a lot more richer. Now we're going to spend these riches in expanding our towns further. Oh wow, where's the Spanish going? It looks like they want to reinforce their settlements close to Amsterdam. Good for them. It looks like the Ottomans are being pushed back. The Russians sailing around. So raiding is very profitable. Look at that, Venice. It's very powerful indeed. But we may as well start a war against them too. Now, having a war with Maratha Confederacy is very profitable indeed. Technology advances, as you can see. We have quite a few here. Construction completed. And a bunch of trades gained. Okay, so what we're gonna do now? We should attack one of their settlements here. But before we do that, should we attack their forces that are not nearly as numerous actually, and march on Athens? This is a large settlement that would bring us a lot of income. So let's do just that and march on Athens. Our force from Crimea could turn around and march on to Sofia. It looks like the Ottomans have chosen a bad timing to start a war against us. Okay, so what do we have here? Let's take a look. It looks like the Ottomans are here in the settlement. They are not nearly as numerous as they should be in order to protect this, so we'll have it for ourselves. And at the same time we can re-establish this force. Good. And let's build a church. Okay. It looks like in here we can advance and take the settlement for ourselves. No way for us to build a church. There are no villages left, so we're just going to be left out like that. Alright, as you can see, the Catholicism is going to rise quite quickly here in Karelia. It's fine. And in Arkhangelsk, slowly but surely, a little over 2% at a time. But it will move forward. As you can see here, we are having furs, which is good tradable resource. Still, it's a tradable resource. Now, there are some Russian forces here and there. We need at least one priest cell here in Ust-Sisolsk. So we're going to send this guy here, and hopefully he's going to stay alive for a little bit longer. We'll have to send most of the troops that spread religion to nations, to areas that had nations like Ottoman Empire and Russian Empire. Okay.